Hi, let me introduce myself. My name is Angela. I go by Angie Ma. You can call me Angie, Angela, whatever you want to call me. Um, I've been called to be a testament of God. And at first I'm like, how am I a testament of God if I'm still struggling? But as my understanding of God grows, I realize that God had a hand in my life more than I I realized. Like these past 14 months, as I look back at things that has happened in my life, if it wasn't for God, they could have ended in tragedy. I believed I was doing everything on my own strength, but I truly wasn't. Looking back now, as I continue to grow spiritually, I could clearly see God's hand in every part of my life, guiding me through challenges, protecting me in moments I didn't even recognize, and shaping me even when I was unaware. What I once thought was coincidence or self-reliance, I now recognize as God's presence, grace, and faithfulness. My life is a testimony that even when we don't see Him, God is still working. And as our faith grows, so does our understanding of how deeply He has been there all along. Let me tell you a story. I was 12 years old. I was at a birthday party and ended kind of late. Usually I'll just walk home, but something was off in my spirit. So I called my adopted mom to come pick me up. And I should have known she was going to say no for me to walk home. But I had to try because I felt off. I felt like something was going to happen. And just as I thought, she said no, walk home. You shouldn't be out this late. She never really did anything for me. So that wasn't a surprise. So I just started walking. About a block from my house, I noticed a car, license plate covered up, lights are on, two naked men sitting in the car. The guy on the passenger side gets out and starts playing with himself. So I quickly go across the street to the other side. And I'm like, I'm almost home. So I start speeding up, walking. And the guy gets in the car and they take off and I'm thinking, oh good, they're gone. I'm safe. Just let me get home, right? But I was wrong. They just went around the block and came to the side of the street I was on. And now the driver got out. So now I start running across the street and my phone rings. The guy hears the phone, jumps in a car and speeds off and almost hits me. I never saw them again. When I got home, I was shaken, terrified, and I told my adopted mom what happened. And she goes, well, that's your fault for being out so late. Everything was my fault. It didn't matter what it was, even if it wasn't, it was beyond my control. It was still my fault. I said, are you going to call the police and let them know that these men are doing this? And she said, no, if you wasn't out, it wouldn't have happened. And I'm like, okay, you don't care what happens to me or what happened to me, but they could do this to somebody else and somebody else may not be so lucky. And she's like, that's not my problem. I'm like, okay. I was a child without direction, without love, without protection. What hurt even more was knowing she wouldn't pick me up while she was still awake. But when my brother called at 2 a.m., she got out of bed in her pajamas and went and got him. I always felt alone, invisible, unimportant, neglected. But now, as I look back over my life, I know I wasn't alone. The phone call wasn't a coincidence. That was God. God had someone call my phone at the exact moment I needed protection. Had that phone not rung, I don't know what would have happened. Even when I didn't know God, He knew me. Even when I wasn't in touch with my spiritual side, He was guiding and protecting me. God has always been present in my life, guiding and covering me and keeping me safe, and He has done the same for you. I know you felt alone too, like the world was against you, but if you look back at the moments in your life where things could have gone differently, you'll see the truth. You were never truly alone. God has always walked with you, and He will continue to walk with you. Many of us children are waking up. We are coming together, rising together, and realizing we were never meant to do this journey alone. Whatever season you're in, let go and let God. Everything will fall into place in divine timing. The people who are meant to be in your life are coming. The things that you were meant to have are coming. Everything God promised is coming. Stay strong, keep the faith, and have patience. God will always work on divine timing, even when it hurts. Right now, I'm in the hardest battle of my life. The people closest to me are being exposed for who they truly are. God allowed things to happen to open my eyes and show me the truth. He told me, you're pouring into people who wouldn't even give you a cup to drink out of. They cannot come with you where I am taking you. And yes, this has been the greatest hurt of my life. I've been depressed. My mind, body, and soul have been exhausted. But God told me it was my time to rest. I have been running on empty. He removed what didn't belong, what was draining my energy, what was just taking from me. And He said, rest, my child. Surrender everything to me, and you will have everything that you need. At first, I half obeyed. My blessings were delayed. My season of waiting is prolonged. But now I fully surrendered my job, my finances, and mental stress I've been carrying. And I can feel it deep in my spirit. What God promised is coming. So know this, you're not alone. Whether you're fighting a small battle or the hardest battle of your life, give it to God and let Him do what He does. If you don't give it to God, He can't work on it. So surrender it to God. God doesn't play about His children, especially His chosen ones. Trust Him, rest in Him, and let Him do what He does. I'm going to end this in a prayer for all of us. God, thank you for protecting us even when we didn't recognize you. Thank you for walking with us through moments we thought we faced alone. Help us trust you fully in this season of surrender. Teach us to rest, to obey, and to believe that your timing is perfect timing. Heal the places in us that still hurt and remind us daily we are never alone. Amen.